Alright everyone, welcome back to For Honor in the Big 2026. So, full disclosure, I'm running out of content at the moment. For Honor is a bit dry at the moment, so we're going to mix things up. In today's video, I'm going to go through each hero and discuss which changes, whether it be buffs, nerfs, or whatever, I think that hero needs. Because there are quite a few that I think need a bit of a change. Without further ado, please like and subscribe, and let's get into it. First up, Warden. I think Warden is in a really good spot at the moment. However, the only change I would really give him is a side dodge attack. Something very simple, similar to like Warlord or BP side dodge attack. You know, something that allows him to hit those annoying shinobis, because he really does struggle against those sort of characters that have ridiculous iframes. Conqueror. Honestly, just revert all the changes you've done to him. Like, his full rework needs to be reverted. I do like the charge up heavy, like that's really quick now. However, I think they kind of butchered him in some ways, and I think his older playstyle was a lot better suited for the game than his current one. Like, at the moment, the only thing he's good for really is anti-revenge, because he can just punish people who don't parry. Peacekeeper. She's in a really good spot at the moment. However, the only real change I would add is her dagger cancel, which is a soft feint. I'd make it so she can do the dagger stab in any direction instead of just top, but I wouldn't make them unblockable. I think the unblockable change at the moment is fine where it is, although I do see her getting a bit of a nerf on her damage and bleed damage in the near future. But that's the only change I'll give her. That's the only change I'll give her at the moment, just side soft feints. Lawbringer. I think his second chain bash, you know, where he goes bash, light or heavy, bash and all that shit, I think that should be changed to his long arm, but make the long arm feintable. I think that'll give him a lot more pressure than he currently has, and it will also stop people bash spamming with him, because that's what it's become. Centurion. Bring back Haymaker. The only change I'll give to Centurion is bring back Haymaker at the moment. I think people are missing that. Gladiator. Maybe speed up some of his attacks, like his skewer and toe stab, because they're very reactable at the moment. Like, I can react to them pretty easily. Maybe he's overdue for a bit of a change behind the scenes in a testing grounds. Black Prior. First of all, send him to jail. He's on the Epstein list. Second of all, do something with his flip. His flip is still far too strong in this game. The fact that he can flip literally everything but a guard break is complete bullshit. He can flip you over if you deflect him. If you punish him and recorrectory, he can punish you for it. That doesn't make any sense. The only thing you should not be able to flip is unblockables. That's the only change really he needs. Oh yeah, and fucking shoot Oathbreaker. Take out back and shoot it like a dead dog. War Mummy. Now, in terms of her moveset, I think she's in a perfect spot. I don't think you can really change or move anything that's not going to make her too overpowered or too underpowered. However, her feats need to look at. Her tier 1 and tier 4 feats need to be dragged through the mud at the moment, because they are far too fucking strong, especially in Breach. Like, she is a must pick in Breach still. Griffon. Gonna be honest, I don't think you can really do anything to Griffon at this point. The devs pretty much covered everything on him. He's got good damage, he's got good heals, his feats are fairly balanced. Like really, I think Griffon is probably in the best state he's ever going to be at this point. I can't really offer any changes. If you can think of anything, comment below, because I generally think Griffon is the most balanced hero at the moment. Raider. The only thing I would like to see is his running attack. I would like to see that chain into his heavies or something. That's really the only change I can think of. Warlord. Now, I think Warlord, he's in a decent spot at the moment. However, I would like to see him get a full rework in the testing grounds. I think that he can definitely rework his moveset so he's less of a turtle and more of a proper harasser like he's supposed to be. Because at the moment, so many people just turtle with him and it's really boring to fight. I would like to see something do with like the bashes and like maybe incorporate them with like his moveset. So maybe like he throws down an attack, he gets a follow-up bash and he follows up with another attack, like that sort of stuff. Yeah, because at the moment he's just really boring to fight. Still fun to play as, but boring to fight against. Berserker. I really can't think of anything really that won't screw over Berserker at the moment. Like, I know some people struggle with him in that, but truth be told, if you take away his hyper armor on his faint lights, he becomes almost unplayable. Like, if you ever want to experience what Berserker would be like if you took away his hyper armored lights, play Medjay with his twin axe mode. That's what he would be like, and it is fucking garbage. So yeah, I can't really suggest anything at the moment outside of maybe nerfing Funny Flask. That's the only thing I can suggest, man, because I don't want the devs to just destroy him just for the sake of appeasing some people who can't, you know, play against him. Valkyrie. Bring back her old execution, the one where she gets titty grabbed. That's the only thing I want to see with her. That's the only thing I want to see, man. I don't care about anything else. Just bring back the titty grab, man. Highlander. I think they should revert the changes to his offensive lights. However, drop the damage of the offensive lights to like 1 or 2 damage instead of like 6 or 7, wherever it is. I think that keeps Highlander maintained tappy, and he still gets to do his funny thing without being too annoying, because 1 or 2 damage, let's be honest, he's gonna run out of stamina before he kills most people. Shaman. Make it so her bite can't feed revenge. That's all I'm gonna say. Jormungandr. This is definitely going to be my most hot take, but I think they should revert the change where she can no longer throw out a heavy after a whiff bash, just mainly because I want to see how funny it could be again. VG. I would reduce the hit stun on her shield by quite a bit, so you can't get 3 heavies all day. Her unblockable heavy follow-up after a shield block, or whatever the fuck it's called, that's no longer guaranteed, so you can, if you time it well, you can dodge out of it, but you won't be able to parry it. Like, it's one of those things where you can either dodge it right away or get hit by it. That's the only thing I would say that she needs. Kensei. I think Kensei is probably in the best spot he's ever going to be at now. Again, like Griffin, I can't think of anything off the top of my head that would make her better or worse. Like, the devs have been slowly bit buffing her in the last few seasons, and at her current state, she's pretty damn decent. Like, she's definitely not a top pick still, but she's a fucking good pick to play in casual play. But yeah, if you can think of anything to give Kensei, let me know in the comments, because I really can't think of anything that won't make her too overpowered or underpower her again. Shigoki. Bring back the one-shot hug. That's what I want to see, man. That's what I want to see on the Fat Man. Orochi, the cockroach. I would like to see his heavy deflect come back. However, make the damage the same as his light deflect and juice up the amount of revenge build up it does. I think that would be the best thing to do for him at the moment. Nabusi. Give her a neutral kick, man. Drop her light bleeds attacks by like 50% on the damage and give her a neutral kick from neutral stance without having to go into the hidden stance bullshit. That's really all she needs. Shinobi. Make his backflip off a whiffed attack, like a kick or something. Make that a delayed backflip, so he takes like maybe like a half second longer to do the backflip, and because of that, his iframes kick in a little bit later, so he can get hit with dodge attacks and dodge bashes. I think that's the best thing for him at the moment. And also revert the changes on his sickle rain revenge build up, because at the moment I think he's still like a top pick for competitive, because he can I think he can still do 0 to 100 ganks, so revert that change back to what it was previously. Aramusha. The only thing I could think of on Aramusha, because I think he's fairly in a good spot where he is off his deflect parry thing. I would add a zone to that, so he can pull off his zone after a deflect thing and make it hyper armor and blockable for the entire duration. Mainly to help him in fours, but that's the only thing I could really suggest. I think he's good on everything else at the moment. Hitokiri, the noob stomper. Make her tier 4 unparryable again. I want to have some more fun with her. I think that would be the funniest thing to do with her right now. Kyoshin. I can't really think of anything that would change on him at the moment. Again, I think he's in a fairly good spot where he is. The only thing I could really suggest is maybe make his start-up animation for his all guard, make that maybe a half second, maybe delay that by like half a second or something, so people can land an attack in an instant. Outside of that, man, I think he's in a good spot. I mean, if you're not an idiot, you know how to deal with him. All guard light is very easy to parry because it already comes from one direction. Every Kyoshin main fucking spams it too. His bleed is in a good spot in my opinion, but yeah, if you can think of anything else, comment below. Solhei. I think Solhei is probably going to be in the best position he can be at the moment. However, his startup zone is still a bit bullshit. You can basically option select it. The only thing I would change on Solhei is delay his hyper armor on his neutral zone by, say, down to the last second before it lands. That's the only thing I could suggest at the moment. Tiondi, I probably would change it so he can no longer do a follow-up attack after a whiff bash. Outside of that, I think he's in the best spot he's going to be at the moment. JJ. The only problem JJ has at the moment is his external pressure is really fucking good because he has hyper armor followed by unblockables. And because of external shit, unfortunately, that's due to the game's coding. That's not because of JJ himself. And I feel like if you were to nerf his damage by a bit, it wouldn't really change the fact that he can still external. Yeah, man, I feel like JJ's one of those characters where you can't really do anything with him because it's not his fault that he's the way he is. It's more the fact the game's code is what's making him stronger than he actually should be. I don't know, if you can think of a change to JJ, let me know below, but I can't really think of anything that will make him, you know, any better or any worse. My girl Nusha. Honestly, I think going to be in the best place she's ever going to be at here. Like, the only thing I can suggest is maybe make her tier 4 a bit stronger so it's on the level of War Mummy's tier tier 4, but it's not necessarily needed. Like, I always said, like, given her undodgeable finishes was going to be the thing that makes her, you know, fucking lethal. And I was right. But yeah, man, I say the feet thing is the only thing I really change on her. I think she's perfectly fine where she is at the moment. Shaolin, drop the triple eye attacks to like 1 damage each. I fucking hate when Shaolin mains do that shit, man. And also fix the sweep animation, so if you dodge it at the last second, it doesn't fucking clip you. I've seen that happen. That's happened to me so many fucking times now, and it's pissing me off. Zanhu, I think Zanhu is probably in the best spot he is at the moment. Like, sure, he's a bit predictable, but he's in 4v4s. He's quite lethal, especially with his feats. We'll wait and see what the devs do with him, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head to do with him moveset or damage wise. The only thing I could really suggest is maybe change his longbow feat into a fire arrow. I don't know why Aramusha is the only one who has that and Zanhu doesn't, even though he's the pyromancer. Makes no sense. Duran, delete the fucker. Moving on. Okay, no. Alright, when it comes to Duran, take away his secondary dodge attack, his unblockable dodge attack. You take that away and you nerf his recoveries on all of his whiff attacks. I think he'll be fine at that point. You know, still a bit annoying to fight, but he won't be as annoying if you take away what makes him stupidly strong, which is his recoveries and stupid amount of iframes. Because he's the all-in-one character at the moment, and I don't think anyone enjoys playing against this dude. Fucking go to town on him, man. We will accept his death here. Pirates. I think Pirate is in her best state at the moment. I can't think of anything off the top of my head that's not going to be like nerf into the ground or make her overpowered again. If you got any ideas, let me know. Medjai, bring back his hyper armor lights. Like, he needs something, man. Like, the rework was good and it changed and he made him a lot better in certain situations, but he's just too predictable nowadays. I don't know, maybe like make it so you can change which side his mode swaps work. So usually it hits from the left, but make it so you can switch it from the right or top. Make it a bit less predictable at the moment. But yeah, boy, the Medjai needs some love, man. Farah. To be honest, I don't see as many people play her as they used to. But again, like Shinobi, I think the only thing they need to change is make it so her whiffed attacks are more punishing, you know? Make them a bit delayed so people can get off their punishes on her. That's the only thing I could suggest. Ocelotl. Boy needs a shirt or something. Honestly, I think they've addressed a lot of the issues we had with Ocelot. Like, his hunter stance wasn't that great, and they finally gave him hyper armor after 3 years. Yeah, even though I remember saying it was like the one thing he needs most than anything. Katuna. I mean, she's fairly easy to play against. Just guard break the bitch or bash her. That's pretty much what you need to do when she hits the stance. Maybe lower the damage on her deflects. I think that's the only thing you can really do. Like, again, I can't really offer you anything that isn't going to make her too overpowered or too underpowered at this point. If you've got an idea, let me know, but I think she's going to be fine where she is at the moment. I don't really play her, so moving on. Versiosa. Sure, she's still annoying to fight, but take away her counter crushers. Yes, she does have them. You wouldn't think so because it's almost never seen, but she does have counter crushers. I'll take them away and make it so she can't dodge bashes anymore. That's the only thing I could really suggest. Quit smiling, bitch. That's pretty much what I can offer at the moment. I'll be back with another video soon. Cheers for watching. Peace.